Welcome to today's explainer. If you've ever stood underneath a pull-up bar, looked up, and just felt this overwhelming sense of frustration, you are absolutely in the right place today. We're going to completely transform our approach to literally one of the most fundamental bodyweight exercises in existence. And honestly, the best part, we're doing it by unpacking this incredibly efficient source that breaks down the mechanics of the perfect pull-up into a rapid 2-minute masterclass. I was completely blown away when I first read through this. So our goal today is super simple. We're taking these concentrated insights to discover the exact blueprint to conquer the bar together. So, want to fix your pull-ups in just 2 minutes? I know. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But really try to visualize your current struggles on the bar for a second. Maybe you get halfway up and just hit a wall. Maybe you feel the burn entirely in your arms and practically nothing in your back. Or, maybe you're just swinging wildly, kind of hoping momentum does the heavy lifting for you. Well, whatever your specific hurdle is, the real beauty of the source material we're exploring today is that the solution isn't about logging endless hours of grueling failure. No, it's about making immediate, highly precise mechanical adjustments. A quick, genuinely effective fix. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the 2-minute fix. What's absolutely fantastic about this approach is its universal application. We aren't starting with, how high you can pull your chin over the bar. We're starting way down at the foundation. Whether you are brand new to pull-ups, like maybe you've never even hit a single strict rep, or you're an intermediate gym goer just trying to perfect your form and finally break through a plateau, this completely applies to you. The fix, according to our source, starts entirely from the bottom up. It's this incredibly systematic approach that basically rebuilds your movement from the very first point of contact. Which brings us right to Section 2, mastering the perfect grip. Because logically, you simply cannot execute a proper pull-up if you can't properly hold the bar in the first place, right? Your grip is literally the steering wheel for this entire movement. So first up, the setup. You're going to use an overhand grip, meaning your palms are facing away from you. But step 2, oh man, step 2 is where most people completely fail before they even bend their elbows. You absolutely must place your hands firmly over the bar. You've got to avoid just hanging by your fingers. Hanging by your fingers instantly creates a weak link in the chain. You want a deep, super secure palm placement. And finally, step 3 tackles the thumb. According to the breakdown, your thumb can either go over or under the bar. Honestly, it comes down entirely to whichever feels more comfortable for you personally. The one non-negotiable rule here is just that you grip that bar firmly. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how to achieve that firm grip. Our source uses this fantastic mental cue, visualizing crushing the bar. It is such a simple yet insanely powerful mental trick. Instead of just passively hanging there like a wet towel, you are actively sending a signal from your brain straight to your hands to squeeze with absolute intent. This single mental cue guarantees a strong foundational hold, essentially turning your hands into absolute hooks. So now that our hands are totally locked in, let's look at Section 3, standard versus arched form. We actually have 2 main body positions to consider here, the standard form versus the arched form. And listen, these aren't just minor, insignificant tweaks. These are 2 completely distinct, divergent paths that change the entire nature of the exercise. So let's prep our brains for a head-to-head breakdown of these 2 techniques to figure out exactly how they differ. Now, what's really interesting about this data is this stark contrast in what these 2 forms actually accomplish. Let's walk through it. Take the standard form. In this position, you're keeping your body completely straight and bringing your legs slightly forward. By training your lower body in this specific position, you're actually doing something very strategic. You are setting yourself up to eventually transition into advanced variations like archer or one-arm pull-ups. But here's the catch with the muscle engagement. The standard position mostly focuses on your lats. It actually doesn't engage your traps and spinal erectors nearly as much. On the flip side, we have the arched form. Here, you need to deliberately arch your back and lean your legs backward to counterbalance your upper body. The really surprising takeaway here is that this arched position targets basically all of your back muscles, including those traps and spinal erectors we just talked about. But, of course, there's a trade-off. While the arched form is amazing because it engages way more overall muscle mass, it totally sacrifices transition ability. It simply doesn't translate as well into those crazy advanced pull-up variations later down the road. Let's move to Section 4, your ultimate pull-up strategy, and see how this finally resolves the great debate. So, how does this actually build into your day-to-day routine? Well, standard form acts as your stepping stone to advanced variations, right? Meanwhile, the arched form is there to maximize your total back muscle activation.
So the absolute crucial point to take away from this is that true mastery requires incorporating both variations into your workout for maximum benefit. Our source makes it unequivocally clear. Pull-ups are fantastic exercise, for sure, but you are literally leaving progress on the table if you lock yourself into just one single style. A truly complete, intelligent workout routine leverages the unique, specific benefits of both the standard and the arched style.
So what does this all mean for you? Which pull-up variation will you conquer in your next gym session? Are you going to work on that straight body standard form to lay the groundwork for a one-arm pull-up? Or are you going to arch that back to totally ignite your traps and spinal erectors? Armed with this 2-minute masterclass, knowing exactly how to properly crush the bar and exactly how to position your body, you are now totally ready to make that choice with absolute confidence. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go hit the gym and put these mechanics to work.